Okay, good afternoon to you all. How are you? Yeah, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'm gonna see if I can do a few things here, but good afternoon, good afternoon. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, I want to touch base on a few things. Ekasan gbogbo ilé o, mo kí gbogbo ilé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Lẹ́sàn-án gan, a máa sọ àádàpọ̀ ni a máa sọ Yorùbá àti Èbó láàrin gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ni mo fẹ́ kó yé gbogbo wa. So n tí mo fẹ́ ṣe lọ́sàn-án yìí ni pé mo fẹ́ mẹ́nu bà ọ̀rọ̀ n tó ń lọ. Gbogbo wa ti mọ̀ pé irọ́ ló wà ń bẹ̀. Àkọ́kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí máa ṣe ẹ má bínú. Àkọ́kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tá a máa ṣe ẹ má bínú. We are talking about the June 12th, first and foremost, and I will come back to this video in a bit. We are talking about the June 12th. When you're coming in, good afternoon, good afternoon. We are talking about the June 12th. So when you come in, please do share. When you come in, do share. Very, very important. We need to touch base on quite a number of things. Somebody might be able to join me later on. So do bear with me if it's somewhat higgledy-piggledy in terms of what we're doing. But please, what we're asking you to do is to be. You can see on the sign behind me. It says June 12. I've got the Yoruba flag and the Biafran flag next to each other. We want us all to come out. Very, very important. Good afternoon, Alagba Simeon. Wemi Adesanya. Modun Donald. Good afternoon, Benjamin Remy. I want to thank you all for your support, continued support. It's very, very important that these times that we continue to speak truth to power. We are in dangerous times. We are under threat. And one thing I want to add and say is that the people who say to us that they are bastions of democracy, they are actually the ones who are supporting the oppression of the people of Yoruba land, Biafran land, and Middle Belt, Niger Delta, and everything else. They are the ones, the so-called bastions, are the ones oppressing. They are engaged in suppressing and oppressing us in our own land. I want us all to be fully cognizant of that fact, and this is something that we must really be aware of. Now, this afternoon, what I'm going to try and do is to just continue on the issue of June 12th. June 12th in UK here, there's going to be a rally in Italy, in the UK. 10, 11, 12 is going to happen in I believe this is Washington, and also there's going to be a rally in Ogun State as well. In the Ekiti State, I believe, Ikale. Let me just write that. Let me make sure I get this right. There is going to be Ikale, Ilaje, Akpoi. June 12 is going to be happening as well. If you want to have any info on that in terms of who to contact, speak to Alagba David Hamilton. So there are things going on. June 12 is definitely going to go on, both inside the contraption and outside the contraption. Now, the video you're seeing behind me, I will touch on that shortly. But I wanted to just say, good afternoon, Jegede Desmond. Good afternoon, Lalayemi Gutoye. Good afternoon, Oluwa Bukola Kuolami Olubukola. Good afternoon, Richard Jerry. Good afternoon, God's Power. Good afternoon, Oluwaseun Arolo. Yemi Foluke, Akim Arawo Jobe, Taiwo, Kike Fasomi, Aremo Africa, Mary Queen, Oluwaseun Opemipo, Modu Donald, Semiola Debisi, Wemi Adesanya. I thank you all as you're coming in. please do share this broadcast. It is of immense importance that we share this broadcast. We're trying to bring awareness. As you all know, yesterday, something terrible happened. Well, the day before, there was killings in Igogo. Yesterday, in Ogun State, in one state, 4 areas were attacked. Oha, Shoyoye in Abeokuta, Shagamu, Yewa, those 4 places were attacked. Oha, Shoyoye, Shagamu, Yewa, Imeko also was hit. All yesterday. And as I'm speaking to you now, there is no governor. The governor of Ogun State has not come out to speak up about these killings. As I speak to you now, the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, has not come out to speak up, to condemn unequivocally the killings going on in his own state. It took quite a good few hours for Sheyi Makinde to even say anything, and even said, "Oh, we're just going to restore calm." That tells you a leadership that fails to protect the people is not leadership. They are there to ensure that the people are enslaved, and that is not the kind of leadership we the people are supporting. So look, exactly 4 places same day. Exactly, people don't 4 places. I'm saying it again. Oha, show your day, Shagamu, Yewa, Imeko, 5. In fact, it's actually 5 places. And to date, the governor of Ogun State has not said anything of note. So this is why we are telling you all now, in Yoruba land, in Biafra land, in Middle Belt, what you must do right now is not to wait for any of those leaders. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. You must what? You must defend yourself. Whether you are going to the mosque, whether you are going to the church, whether you are going to work, whether you are going to buy food, whatever you're going to do, carry something to protect yourself. You must carry something to protect yourself. Very, very important. Whatever that is that you have to hand. Because what is happening is that even the Okada riders, they are a threat to you. Even the Okada riders are a threat to your life. Very important point. This is not a joke. Anywhere you're going, try to make sure you go in twos. And in twos, armed. If you are going to church, the churches now, make sure you protect yourself. The churches must protect. You must have your own security around the church. God, prayer will not do this one. Oh. In the mosque as well. Make sure you protect yourself. And at night, what the Fulanis are doing, they make sure that the people are asleep at night. Then they go in and they kill them. That's what they did in Igogo. We haven't got yet the full details of what happened in Ogun State in terms of how many exact numbers. But we are hearing that certainly between 3 to 5, maybe more, were killed in Shagamu. That much we're getting the facts of. Getting in place. We don't know exactly how much was killed in Shoyode. We're not sure how many is killed in Shagamu. We're not. in Imeko. We're not sure how many were killed in Oha. But we know that killings took place. People are being Fulani terrorists are going into people's homes and killing them where they are. So I'm telling you now, don't wait for any governor to protect you, because you can see. Let me see if I can find information. I'm trying to see if there's any information that Governor Dapo Abiodun has said anything about the killings. Let's go and have a look. And what has he said? So let's just type in Dapo Abiodun. I'm trying to find anything about what he would have said about the current situation and what steps he would have taken, to make sure that at least things are being done to protect the people. I don't see it. So we are asking again. I asked a question. I posed a question on his platform, and that has not been. Nothing has been done about it. I'm looking on Dr. Abiodun's page right now. I'm trying to see if there's anything. So they're talking about building. This is yesterday. I mean, in fact, the last time I've seen anything posted on his was the 1st of June. So as we speak, on Dr. Abiodun's page on Facebook, there is no mention of the killings that has happened in the 4 or 5 places I mentioned. I'm talking about Oha, Shoyode, Imeko, Yewa, and Shagamu. No mention. There's been no mention made of what is going on, the killings. Now, please, again, I'm going to reiterate over and over. When you go to church, if you decide to, at this point, I don't think church is your priority. Your life is your priority. At this point, I don't think the mosque is your priority. Your life, saving your life of you and your family is your priority. Because you could be struck down, you could be killed any moment. There is a video I want you to see. I want to share with you. Let me show you this video. In fact, I'm going to put that back. I'll pull that back. I'm going to show you this video. This one. Let's see if I can bring that up. Now, let's go there and do this. Watch this video. This is a Fulani man. I want you to watch this video closely. And this will tell you what the kind of dangers we are in. This man is dressed like a military man, but he isn't. He isn't. They are not military men. They are all. Where's the proof? They are telling you, and the next, and what will come, what I will show you next, when I play this, you will see the kind of danger that we are faced. This can happen to anybody in the South now. These people can come and attack us anywhere in the South at any point. Watch the video closely. Here goes.
Yeah, we just come for this.
Yeah, we are. Wallahi mu masu siyarwa wallahi iri na ran tsere gida kai wallahi ba yau bane wallahi ba yau bane gobe ne wallahi
What am I telling you? I'm telling you that if you see somebody and you think they're Nigerian army and they're protecting you, and they're protecting you, it's a lie. They're not there to protect you. They're not there to protect you. They are there to take your life. Many of them, we've said it, many of them are Boko Haram. They've been given uniform. So when you see army, do not for 1 minute think that they are there to protect your life. You need to be careful of the army and the police. They are there to take your life. You heard the man say Walai and everything else, and he's taking the knife. What army does that? The job of the army is to protect the people. Can you see that it was there to put? Let me show you the video again. I want you to look at that video closely. Look at that video closely. Now, an army is supposed to give you confidence. An army is supposed to protect the citizens. Tell me which part of what you see will give you confidence. Tell me which part of what you are seeing will give you confidence.
Yeah, we just come for this.
Yeah, we are.
Can somebody translate what he's saying? Can somebody translate what he's saying? Because you see, a military, if he was there to protect the people, would not be doing this. The military give you a sense of safety and security. The man is saying Walai and is waving guns around, knives around. He's going to cut heads off.
just come for this.
So I'm just showing you this. If somebody can translate what he said, let me go to the point. I want you to, if anybody can translate what this man is saying, put it on the screen. Better yet, let me see. Call me on 447399. If you can translate what the man is saying, let me put the number up. I want to put the number up. No, let me see if I can find the number. 1 second, please. I just want you to. It's very. You see, these are things that we need to be asking. Yeah, support. No, okay. Let me get the number up. So, if anybody can translate that what he just said, I'd very much like to hear from you. So, 1 second, please. I'm not gonna stay too long, but let me see. So, call plus. Okay, so I want to just put that up. So if you want to call, if you do know what he's saying, call that number and let me know. I want to stay on this. If anybody knows what he's saying, because I don't want any, I don't want even suggest or even, I'm not interested in that anymore now. If anybody, can you translate? Why can you translate what you're seeing on the screen? I'm going to play it again. This is an army officer. Clearly, you can see that he's a Boko Haram man. He's been given military weapons, armed to the teeth, knives, guns, ammunition, everything. Listen, if anybody can translate, call the number you see on the screen, please. If anybody can translate it, let's see if I can. One more thing, filters. 1 second, please. I want to make sure that people can see the number. Scroll across the screen so you can. So, if any one of you, if you see that number, and you can, and you're happy with it, okay. Okay, Tosi. Hey, Tosi, Baoni. Hello, Tosi. How you doing? You all right? Are you? Okay. Are you in now? Because I've not seen you. It's not working. Okay, try it again. Try it again. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, try it. So, guys, please hold on 1 second, please. I'm gonna do something. The screen will change slightly. Oh, okay, it's not there yet. The screen will change slightly, but bear with me. Okay. I'm waiting for somebody to come on to join me, but if it does, I might change the screen somewhat slightly. But let's see what happens if it joins. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. But let me bring you that color, that thing. Sorry, but 1 second now. So, yeah, okay, good. So you got the numbers on both screens now. I want to make sure that you have that there. So sometimes you cannot help do these things, but do it the way you can, as best as happens. So 1 second, please. I'm going to bring the video back, but I'm just going to wait for, yeah, okay. Now I'm going to bring somebody who will join me now. Let me see. And we will start doing the discussion right now. So I'm going to bring somebody on. We'll come back to that video. We'll come back to that video.
Okay.
So
you get the numbers on both screens now. I want to make sure that
Zanu, I've got Tosi Williams with me here.
sometimes
Don't forget, I'll play that video again. Good afternoon, Tosi. How are you doing? Hello.
Ekasan, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. That's close about Nintendo.
1 second.
Fine, sir.
Okay, turn whenever you're listening to hear me. Turn it down.
Okay.
Turn it down.
I'm gonna bring somebody who will join me now.
No. Keep it where you are. That's good. I'm talking about
I
the
will
volume
start
of
doing
one.
this
Turn that down. Whatever you're using to hear me, turn that down so that we can. But you can you hear me now?
Yes, I can
No,
hear you.
turn the camera the other way, please. I want it vertical because we can see you. That's better. Good. Keep it that way. Now, this is Tosin Williams. He's the presenter that is on our show that you would have known. Many of you would have seen Tosin. He has been on our show. He's the one who's filming. He was at the Ekiti rally. Great job, by the way, Tosin. I appreciate you for joining us now. We're answering. So speaking whatever language you feel comfortable, if it's Yoruba or English, whichever one you find possible, best. Now, Tosin, tell us how did you find Saturday? How did you? Please explain that.
Nǹkan tó actually ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ṣe rí Saturday yẹn ọjọ́ má lè gbàgbé ni.
Okay, Benny.
It is one of the days that we cannot forget.
Good, indeed, Benny.
Kò sígbà tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. A lè gbàgbé jọ Saturday yẹn. Because on the neutral ground, fẹ́ jẹ́ ká rí rally yẹn ṣe.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, indeed.
Fẹ́ jẹ́ ká rí ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n torí pọ́lọ́ ń jù wọ́n lọ. Torí pọ́lọ́ ń jù wọ́n lọ. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó di ṣíṣe. Ẹ̀mẹ́ta ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ la ní accident.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ̀mẹ́ta ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀.
Káàtà gbé lọ. Almost write off.
Wow.
Ó write off. Débi pé ìgbà tí incident yẹn ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gángan.
Your voice is gone. Oh, you've muted yourself. Oh, unmute yourself. Mute. Okay, go ahead. Mungbo.
Èmi àtàwọn ọmọ ogun. Èmi àtàwọn ọmọ ogun gúùpù mi tí a jọ lọ. Ìgbà tó pè wá pé nǹkan yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ìgàngán, a fẹ́ lọ, but torí kò sí mọ́tò, ó wà very very unfortunate.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
As in, ṣe rí Saturday yẹn, ó jẹ́ ọjọ́ tó yẹ pé anytime tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, they will always make mention of it.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Akílódé but torí pé Ọlọ́run ló Sunday Made ẹmọ Májàsọ́lá pé kọ́lọ́run ló wọn èyí kọ́ ló wọ́n ra ẹ̀ kọ́lọ́run wá fún àjùlọ rẹ̀ ṣé mọ̀ pé
padà wá. Mo ń gbọ́ yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. To that off. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Hold on, no. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, no. Hello, Ekasan, àwa live báyìí ta ló ń pè. Ekasan. Àwa nìyẹn. Àwa. Àmì àṣẹ. Ẹgbọ́n sókè. Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Nǹkan tèmi fẹ́ sọ, ó máa different grade yàtọ̀ sí topic tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí ẹjọ́ tó tọ̀tọ̀ tọ̀ náà. Ìtú òtún ní máa mú ẹ̀rù bá àwọn èèyàn láti tún jáde fight fún Yoruba Nation yìí sà. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sà?
À ń gbọ́ yín o. Ẹjọ́ sáré sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹjọ́ kí ló kọ yín?
Adémọ́lá ló ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Ok, mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Ok. Tí ò ní máa mú ẹ̀rù bá àwọn èèyàn ní pé ẹjọ́ irú àwọn tí wọ́n lọ mú máa ní tí ó wà ní gọ̀gàn ní àwọn OPC yẹn. Wọn ò ní láti dúró de ààrẹ ọ kí ló pe rẹ̀ pé kán tó fight fáwọn ènìyàn láti gba àwọn ènìyàn jáde kúrò nínú prison.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn ènìyàn sì wà nínú prison.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹjọ́ tí wọ́n bá rí ẹ̀yìn àṣìkan tán lè lọ fáìtì fún Ṣèyí Mákindé yẹn lójú ti tèmi ní ìmọ̀bí tó wà gọ́ọ̀nà Ọ̀yọ́ state wọn ó wà láàrin olóhùn sí ní Yorùbá Nation kò sí Yorùbá Nation everybody mọ̀.
Hold on, sorry.
Hello.
Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, mo ń gbọ́ yín sìn, mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Because lè sọ pé ibi tó wà. The same thing jọ ni mo kàn tó wọn àti Gani Adams.
Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Wọ́n kàn sọ pé Yorùbá làwọn ni wọ́n sọ pé Yorùbá lójú ti tè. Wọ́n kàn sọ pé làwọn ni wọ́n sọ pé Yorùbá lójú ti tè. Irú àwọn people.
Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Prison up to now. Bá a wá ọ̀nà láti yọ àwọn pípù yẹn tó bá yọ àwọn pípù yẹn because ẹni tó bá ní confidence láti nínú àwọn family àwọn pípù yẹn ọ̀rọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣé ìdí pé láti fight fún ní Yorùbá Nation ẹ̀rù àmọ́ àbáyé pé tán bá tún gbé òun náà tì mọ́lé báyìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ní nǹkan tí ó dẹ̀ da.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ok.
Ẹjọ́ tẹ́ bá rí nǹkan tẹ́ lè bá wa ṣe because mo notice pé àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń sọ lórí program wọn kàn máa sọ briefly wọn ní kàn take ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn serious and you realize àwọn people yìí náà dẹ́nu family Yorùbá Nation náà fight fún irú ọba àgọ̀gọ̀ yẹn káyọ̀ ọba yẹn ó yẹ kán lójú ti tèmi irú èèyàn bá yẹn gan ó yẹ kán pamọ́ situation tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ yẹn kánà pamọ́ nírú àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n á mọ̀ pé ọba yìí ó dalẹ̀ nírú nǹkan báyìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí kò yẹ kó yẹ pé ilé ẹ̀yìn nìkan ló máa jó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mo ń gbọ́ yín.
So because irú ọba yẹn gangan ló yẹ kó ti fight fún bí irú àwọn pípì yẹn ti máa jáde.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àgbọ̀ yín.
Wákìlì tán mú sí wákìlì náà tó ti ń jí tó ti ń jáde kiri àwọn tó wá lọ mú ọ̀daràn wọ́n wà ní prison irú ìlú wo nìyí.
Àgbọ̀yé.
So ẹjọ́ ti torí tó lọ́n bàbá mi rí nǹkan tẹ́ lè bá wa ṣe sí ẹjọ́
torí
tó lọ́n kán release àwọn pípọ̀
kán release àwọn pípọ̀ yẹn ẹ ṣeun gan ni ẹ ṣeun adúpẹ́ ok ẹ ṣeun Àdàgbà Adémọ́lá ẹ ṣeun ẹ kú dìde àbáyé sọ̀rọ̀ again. So ladies and gentlemen, whilst Tosin was the man was talking about that we need to get a way to release the man release those men that have been apprehended by the police for trying to protect people, the OPC guys, that they need to be released and we should be fighting to encourage them because if they are released, more people will come out. So I agree with them. So thank you for calling, Koda. We appreciate that. Now, we're just going to go back to what we were saying before in terms of mass burial. So you talked about the fact that there was also a moto badge. There was a car that was destroyed. Tell us a bit more about it. Again, in Yoruba or in English, whichever one you feel comfortable with. Go ahead. Thank you. Tosin, can you hear me? Mass burial. Oh, the screen has frozen. Ladies and gentlemen, the screen has somewhat frozen. So, anyway, he will try and join us. We will carry on as normal. What I want you all to bear in mind was I'm going to go back to that video because I remembered, remember I showed you a video and I want to go back to that video at this point. So let's go back to the video if I can make it work. If I can't even do that. Where is it? Where is the video? Where is the video? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gone off. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the video back online. 1 second, please. Just give me a minute. So I'm just trying to get the video back up so you can see what we're saying. Now, that's the video that I want you all to look at again. Now, look at this. So those of you watching, please, this is a Fulani man. He's an army man. Now, an army is supposed to give you safety and security, make you feel a sense of safety and security. Listen to the words, and if you also, if somebody, if you can translate what he's saying, please get in touch. Sorry about that. Those of you who are here, I wasn't doing that. So do this. So I'm gonna play the video. Now watch.
Yeah, we just come for this.
I don't know what's happened here. I've lost my volume. You could hear it before, but now I can't hear it. Sorry, 1 second, please. I don't know what's happened. I seem to have lost the volume. Something has happened. I don't know what has happened. Hello. Hello. Okay, something has definitely happened. And I don't know what it is. And I can't get the volume back. 1 second, please. Desktop audio. Properties. 1 second, please. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Hello. I seem to have lost my volume for some reason. And that is worrying because that means I cannot show you what I'm trying to show you. Can you all hear me? Because I don't know. I seem to have lost my... Hang on. Yes, you can hear me. You can hear me. I've lost the volume for some reason. I can't get it back. And I don't quite know why that's happened. I just noticed on the screen now. 1 second. Let me just make sure I get this right. 1 second, please. Properties. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I don't know why it's just gone dead. Everything is gone. I'm gonna have to restart and come back. I'm sorry about this, guys. I don't know what has happened there. These things will happen sometimes. I don't know what has happened, and I cannot explain or tell you exactly why this has happened, because everything is working fine, and then suddenly it just it's like it hit a brick wall. Properties, speakers. Okay. So 1 2 1 2. I cannot hear anything. Okay, let's do this again. Hello. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we just come.
Ayodeji and Southern Protectorate, Oduduwa Republic, ló ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Yes.
Mo fẹ́ kí a tanra wa mọ́. Kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ àwọn.
Go on, Mongbo. Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. I don't know.
Gbogbo àwọn warriors kọ́ jẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ ẹgbọ́n kan tí àákọ́gun yẹn sọ.
Yes.
Ó ní pé kò sí mọ́tò. Ṣebí àwọn governors wọ́n máa ń ra mọ́tò rẹpẹtẹ fún ọlọ́pàá. Kí ló tí wọ́n ra mọ́tò fún àwọn local kìíní wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá yìí wọ́n ń gbàbọ̀dé fún gbogbo látòrí Buhari gbogbo wọn ọmọ tó kéré jù nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó mọ̀ pé gbogbo wọn ló ń gbàbọ̀dé ṣebí kan náà lẹ́tú ṣó yìí sáwọn governor máa ní pé àwọn ò mọ̀. Ṣé mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ ọkàn mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo Yorùbá mọ̀ ọkàn number one mo sọ lórí ètò yìí pé kí gbogbo akọ pẹ̀lú àwọn Yorùbá directorate global directorate kọ́ wọ́n gbogbo governor anywhere tí massacre bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ àfi ọlọ́pàá mọ́ àfi kọ́ rán àwọn àmọ̀tẹ́kùn náà.
They are compromised. What you are compromised?
Yes, but this time around we are going to declare our own government. Ṣé ní àmọ̀tẹ́kùn tí wọ́n bá ti mọ̀ pé wọ́n ò lè hàm àmọ̀tẹ́kùn kọ́ kó sínú yàrá wọn. Because Buhari tẹ̀ ń béèrè yìí ẹ̀ kò lè ever fún yín ní arms kẹfì hàm àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. Nígbà ayé Jonathan àwọn Boko Haram they said they are coming to Southwest. Àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re they dare them they said they should come. Ẹ bá ń sọ fún Afẹ́nifẹ́re pé wọ́n ti dé o. OPC nígbà yẹn we hear them they said they should come wọ́n ti dé sí yìí o ẹ wá máa kígbe gómìnà ṣé ní àṣírí gómìnà tí mo fẹ́ kí ẹ mọ̀ ni pé reason tí àwọn pípù yìí wọ́n ń wò pé tá bá ní Yorùbá máa pín tí Yorùbá ò bá pín kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sàn ní 2023 nǹkan tó ń ṣe wọ́n gangan nìyẹn ṣe rí ẹ̀fẹ́ mo fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ without any apology ṣe rí àwọn gómìnà yìí ẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn Yorùbá tó ń ta sílẹ̀ ó ní nǹkan kan tó fi ń ṣe ṣe rí àgbà tó sọ pé òun ò ń jòbí òun dẹ̀ ló máa ra obì tí ò ní sanwó òun ló máa kó obì tó gbà lọ́wọ́ ọ̀tún tó gbà ọjọ́ sí ó dẹ̀ ní òun ò ń jòbí ṣe tó bá pé lóòótọ́ ni àgbà yẹn ò ń jòbí ẹ wo dáadáa ó ní kankan tó ń fi obì yẹn ṣe. Nínú àwọn gọ́vnà ò bá dùn sí ìtajà sílẹ̀ yìí kí ló tí wọ́n jókòó tán wò Yorùbá wo gọ́vnà wo ló lè fọwọ́ sọ̀yà pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí tí Yorùbá bá dánwò ní ilẹ̀ Haúsá ó máa lọ rí ó máa pọ̀ rí so ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn akọgun náà ṣé akọgun tó sì sọ́n gbọ́ngàn tí mò ń sọ.
ó dà pé wọ́n ti já lẹ́ẹ̀kan bàtà bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ti wọlé bẹ́ẹ̀ máa sọ lọ.
ok ṣe rí àwọn akọgun náà ẹ jọ ẹ bá mi sọ fún wọn nígbà tí fúlàní tó bá wọlé kò síbi tí fúlàní ti pààyàn ẹ lè rescue anybody mọ́ kò táwọn akọgun tiwa tó bá wà lọ káwọn mọ́ wọn wá gbé fídíò wọn máa sọ wọn máa fi fídíò àfúnyín ní 1 hour àfúnyín 2 hours ẹ á máa ṣe fídíò the same thing náà lọ ṣe fún wákìlì. so ẹ jọ pẹ́sọ̀ ti ṣe ní pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní diaspora gbogbo broadcaster mo fẹ́ kí kọ́ bá mi ṣe ẹ̀kíní ṣe rí kí wà ní àwọn akọgun wa wọ́n wá ń ṣe bí ẹni tí wọ́n rán lọ sódò tí ó kọ̀ tí ò jẹ́ àti ẹni tó rán lọ sódò tó pa ẹja nígbà tó wá pa ẹja tán ó wá rẹ́rìn ó wá da gbogbo ẹ̀ sínú omi ìmí ìpa ẹja ó gbé sétí odò ìgbà tó dé ló rántí pé òun ò gbẹja wá ẹjọ ní inú àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta èwo ni ò jẹ́ kí lè téèyàn já sófo are they not the same thing. So kí wàá ní ìyàtọ̀ láàrin àwọn gọ́vnà tó jókòó tí wọ́n move àtọba tó jókòó tí ò move àtẹni tó ṣe wàhálà tó ṣe akitiyan tó lọ mú terrorist tẹ wá filẹ̀ tẹ wá ń fídíò tí terrorist bá dẹ̀ wá ká yín mọ́ pápá yín nípa kó. So ẹjọ́ kí ni ìyàtọ̀ láàrin àwọn akọgun wá sí àti gọ́vnà àti ọba.
àkókò sí yàtọ̀.
ẹjọ́ so mo kọ at the same time ogun yìí ti dé káwọn ẹjọ́ gbogbo rally ò sí káde má ti wọn bá wa lẹ́yìn ọba tó bá ti support tó bá ti gbé lẹ́sìn lẹ́wọ̀ straight away ẹ ṣe gan.
ẹjọ́ kí ló kọ yín ẹ má bínú first name.
Ayodeji at Southern Protectorate, Oduduwa Republic.
Okay, yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Yes. God bless sir.
What else? What else?
Yes, sir.
Bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, the guy is saying our governors are not there to protect us, and we shouldn't be relying on them. And it's time that we galvanize ourselves. And at this point, I want to ask you guys for your favor. I want to ask you at that particular point. You heard Tosin talk about a car, the car that they used, having the problems, and we're trying to raise funds to actually have our own vehicles, so that we can be able to. We in Oduduwa movement, we have that's affiliated with Oduduwa TV Radio. What we do is we have in each state we have members, we have chapters, state chapters. And what we're trying to do, like you saw, when during the Ekiti rally, about 5 or 6 of the state chapters came to Ekiti. So what we're trying to do, and we have each of them making reports as to what's going on in their state. So what we want to do is to be able to have a vehicle. It doesn't have to be brand new; it can be used. So if you can, we're going to at this juncture, ask you to please donate whatever you can. If you have a used vehicle that you know that we can use, by all means, get in touch. My number is on the screen. WhatsApp me on 447399580606, Citizen AY. And what we want to do is to make sure that we have a vehicle designated for the state leaders and the camera people and all of those people doing the work to protect our people, to be able to get around and move around and be able to help in state by state. Having one vehicle will be a start. So I'm at this juncture asking you all, please, I'm going to put the account details up. I've put it up. We need your assistance. We desperately need your assistance. As everybody knows that war is upon us. There is no point trying to pretend about the situation that we're in. There is no point in pretending any other way. The fact of the matter is that war is upon us in our own land, and what we need is your assistance. So we've got the account number that you will see coming up now. I'm pinning that as I speak to you now. You will see it on Citizen AY, and I will post it onto the YouTube as well. You will see it on Oduduwa TV Radio. Look, the time for action is now. We're looking to get great stuff that Yomi has got a test radio going on with Yomi Koiki Media. And that's going to be covering 3 states according to my understanding of how these things work. So what we want to do is to be able to, on Oduduwa TV Radio, we want to cover 3 further states. And we are grateful that you guys that we have followers who are following what we're doing. And we are truly grateful for your support. and in your belief in what we're doing. And Tosin has demonstrated the very important work that we do. Tosin was able to get into key areas during that live broadcast that many others didn't. And that's kudos to his professionalism in getting the work done. Yes, of course, there are things that can be improved. There are always room for improvement in the kind of things that we're doing on our platform, and we're eager to learn. We're eager to progress and gain your trust more, and let you all know that as you know, on Citizen AY, it's a platform where we speak truth to power. On Oduduwa TV Radio, we stand with the truth. And what we're trying to do is to make sure that the people get the much needed information to be able to, protect themselves. So when if you have a situation where somebody, we have a vehicle for the state Oduduwa movement to be able to get around and sort of say, okay, meet us here and be able to mobilize and assist in the state, that would make a difference. Now, secondly, we need walkie-talkies. They are very, very important in things to have. Walkie-talkies are very, very important, and we need that again urgently. So again, if you know of people who can provide it to us, you don't have to send money. If you know we need as many walkie-talkies as we can right now. Because what we're trying to do is the walkie-talkies will be a perfect means, aside from the VPN on your phone, whereby each of the people in various areas, they can contact each other when something goes wrong, so that there's an early warning system. We need these kind of things happening. Please continue to share this broadcast. I do appreciate you coming on board. It's very, very important. So we are bringing this to you as we are seeing it. Now I want to play this video back. Let me see. Hopefully it will work now. It's working just now. Stopped. It won't move. Let me come back. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, we just come.
I don't know what's happened. I'm probably going to wrap this. I don't know what happened, and I don't know why the thing has seized up. But I think you can still hear me. But that video I showed you earlier on of the Fulani man sort of going in and just basically walking around with a knife, wielding a knife around. So but that tells us that we need to protect ourselves. Again, I'm gonna say I'll pull away from there, and I'm gonna go onto my face now so you can see, because I don't know what's happened, and until I can resolve that, I think it's best I pull away from that and just talk to you all. What I want us all to do at this point is, please, we need your assistance in getting walkie-talkies, radios. We're looking to raise funds for the Oduduwa TV radio, long and short wave in 3 states. So please, funding, just donate what you can to help us in achieving that. And of course, we have the Iranlowo account, which I was shared yesterday for the central. We need money. We need 100 million naira was mentioned in the broadcast yesterday, and that is very, very important for all us all. Now I know until we get that central account, it's going to be a bit bitty at this point, but we need to do something. It's better we do something than be silent. We can't be silent in the face of this injustice. So I'm hoping you can hear me. Yeah, okay, you can. Yes, you can. So now what's left for me to do now is to just reiterate the point I made earlier on, and I want to urge you all to please make sure that you are in support. Okay, let me do something with this. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, let me try and do one more thing. Sometimes these things play up and you just have to wing it somehow. What do you output? Okay, 3. Okay, now let's try that. Okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I don't know what's happened here. I'm terribly sorry about this, guys. I'm frantically trying to work this out so I can be able to communicate so you can hear the information as and when we get it. But it just seems to have just suddenly gone quiet, and I can't work out quite why the thing has just gone to such a manner. It's just gone. So if I'm playing something, it should be able to play, but it isn't doing it. Now, like I said, that is a Fulani man that you're seeing on the camera wielding. So, but I'm gonna put a stop here. Let me see. I might come back later on, because I was gonna talk about other things. But before I go, June 12 is very important. June 12 is very, very important. June 12. June 12 is a day where there's going to be a protest going on in Italy, protest in the UK. In the UK, we're going to be meeting up in Trafalgar Square, all of us. It's not one person who's organized this. All of us are coming. We're all concerned. All of us are concerned. And we meet in Trafalgar Square and we'll walk down to Downing Street and making our protest known. Please, come on the day, come down from 12 o'clock till 4 o'clock. And we'll continue with this. The killings going on is something we can no longer be silent on in the face of. We need to address those things, confront it. So that's where we are. I was just going to bring this to your attention. I'm going to try one more time. I'm not quite sure why the volume and things have just suddenly gone on the videos that I'm playing, because
Elders Forum,
that is very important piece of information that we need to be able to share with you guys and put it across. The one thing I wanted to talk about also, I was going to talk about the video, but I'll play it in another section where the Fulanis have basically said, Baba Ahmed said that publicly they are happy for Biafra to go. But you see, that is all talk. Because at the end, they asked him a question. And the question they asked him was this. They said, okay, what about referendum? Then he said, well, referendum is not part of our constitution. So all the talk he did there about, Biafrans can go and they're happy for all that. They say then he says we have to abide by the constitution. And then he said that when they asked him about the referendum is not part of our constitution. What you will have to do is to let those who want the referendum go and argue for it to be put in our constitution. That is a delay tactic. So I don't want you all to believe. When you people will be hearing that video now, you'll be thinking, Ahmed Baba, whatever, is in support of Biafra going. This is a game. This is a game. And it is important we all understand that it is a game. No other way to place it than to call it what it is. It is a game, and we have to confront it. Do not fall for it. What I say again, I've said that many times before. The constitution of what we call a constitution is a fraud. It has never been a constitution. It was and remains an imposition. It is something that was imposed on us. This was something that was imposed on us. We had no say in this constitution. This was something that they imposed on the people, So now, street defense. Somebody's calling about. We are about to activate Operation Street Defense. Because our cities are also needed to be secured. Nobody is talking about our cities. There is more danger in the cities than there. Very, very true. Deji Riches. Somebody talked about this. This is on YouTube. Thank you very much for that point. Let me just answer him back quickly. Very good point raised here. That's a very good point. So let me just answer that question as they put it there. Deji Riches. Very good point. We need to keep an eye out for our cities as well, because we are under attacks in there. Very good point. Let me just answer that back so that it's fair. So that's another thing. Our cities are very, very exposed. At any point, you can be attacked, you can be killed, anything can happen to you. And the money and do not trust. Like I showed you, the video I showed you earlier shows that we cannot trust the police, neither the police nor the army, because they are actually working for the Fulani government. and their agenda is, of course, to exterminate Southerners. Now, so this is very, very important for us to remember and to make sure that vigilante groups are very, very important. We need to trigger vigilante groups across all areas, in the villages, in the towns, in the cities, everywhere. There must be vigilante groups watching who's coming in, who's going out, and taking the steps to defend your area, defend your life, defend your property. Because our properties are being destroyed as we speak by Fulani, and like I noticed, Governor Dr. Abiodun has not come out live on air to talk about this issue of what happened in the 4-5 areas in Oha, in Shoyode, in Meko, in Yewa, and the last place, Shagamu. So he has not said anything. So what I'm here to make you all really remember in all of this, those in government, their number one priority should be your protection. That should be every governor, head of state, minister. Their number one priority is to provide safety and security for the citizens. They have failed. That job of providing your own safety, providing safety and security, now falls on our shoulders in our communities, and that is why we need to organize ourselves into vigilante groups. Walk around, make sure you never walk around with something to defend yourself. Walk around with something to defend yourself. Here's a quote I want you to have as I go along, that I want you to be aware of. In the United Nations Charter, and I posted it earlier on, so those of you who are following me would have seen, I posted it. UN Charter Article 3 states, everyone has a right to life, liberty, and security of person. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. So I'm telling you, you have the right to protect yourself under the UN Charter. Forget the Nigerian Constitution, because that's a fraud. Now, to speak specifically about the Nigerian Constitution, I want you to the Fulani man who was telling us, oh, we have to go and argue for the right for referendum to be inserted in the Constitution. The Constitution itself is a fraud, and I've said this many times. Many of you following Citizen AY, you would have heard me say that, so you would have heard me say that the Constitution of Nigeria is a fraud. It is a constitution that was imposed by the Fulanis on the rest of us. General Abubakar Abdul Salam, whether he's Fulani or part Fulani, whatever, is part of the whole construct. This was a Fulani constitution imposed on the rest of us. Understand, get me? The constitution we have now is a Fulani constitution that has been imposed on the rest of us, whether we like it or not. And that is the point to make here. So those of you watching, take this message. Make sure people understand. Anytime they hear the words constitution, it is a Fulani constitution imposed on us by General Abdul Salam Abubakar. He imposed this. There was no referendum. This was an imposition, and it is called, they even hid the fact that it is Promulgation Decree number 24 of 1999. They hid this from you and I. So when they talk to you and they come and talk to you about the Constitution, please, I want you to have the confidence to stand up and tell them that at no point did anybody have a referendum on that Constitution. So when they are telling us now to go and, it's like they're telling you, oh, you have to go and how can I explain this now? I'm trying to find the best way to a best analogy for this. They're trying to tell you, oh, okay, you caught somebody stealing your stuff, so you caught them now. So they said, oh, because they've had it for a long time, they should keep it. Are you following? So you caught somebody stealing your own goods. You managed to catch up with them. You confront them. They now know that they stole it. But now they are not telling you, oh, by the way, because I kept it for a long time, you can't take it. You have to still, you have to let go of that now. Let's go on. This is not, we're not accepting this. The point I am making here is that the Constitution is a fraud. And anybody standing on a fraud is what? A fraud. Anybody, I don't care who you are, if you are standing on that fraud and you're telling us that you have to go and you have to go and argue for a referendum in the Senate, a fraudulent Senate, that is completely, you see, you know what they're telling you. Let me break this down further for you all. What they're telling you, when they're telling you to go back and go and have try to argue the case for referendum in the National Assembly, do you know what they're telling you? They already know of all of the senators. If you try to pass a vote, you need the senators on your side. The North has got 19 senators because of the fraud of the constitution, and of course the redrawing of the maps, making of the Kano, is it Kaduna? No, Sokoto. I think it's Sokoto. They broke one state into 3 in the North, and they gave themselves more seats that way. So that way, in total, they have now 19 seats. And we in the South have 17 seats. So if you try to go the route of trying to argue the case for a referendum via the National Assembly, it will never work, because the 19 people, the 19 northerners will never vote for it. That is as simple as that. And to make this worse, if you go and partake in that process, you are legitimizing the fraudulent constitution, which is actually a promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. So we must completely dismantle this thing. We must play no part. As people, the killings going on right now is evidence. What are the National Assembly doing now with the killings going on? Have they said anything to you? Have they come out? Have they given protection? Have they provided protection, weapons for the people to protect themselves? That's the question. So the question, do not listen to this Baba, whatever they call themselves, the northern elders. They are just a front. It's another cover. It's another front for the fraudulent Fulani hegemony. So when you hear the word Fulani elders, don't fall for it. It is a lie from the pits of hell. So when they are talking to you and say, oh, Biafra can go, they are not saying that. Is only talk. It's empty talk. Because when you listen to the last things he said, the minute they asked him about the referendum, he said, oh, the people, you have to go and argue for it, and then they will put in the constitution. And the constitution itself is a fraud. They did not allow a referendum to be put in place to see if there was changes needed in that constitution, if the people were then subsequently able to vote on it to say yes or no based on the changes in the constitution. All they did was impose a fraudulent constitution, and it is in no way legitimate. There is nowhere on this planet that anybody can come to me, Citizen Y, or anybody else, and argue about the legitimacy of the fraudulent constitution, because it's actually a decree. And I dare anybody, and from the North, particularly from the North, I am telling you, if you want to have a live debate, I know you won't do it, because you're not able to do that. You cannot have a reasoned debate with somebody who is speaking truth to power and who is providing the evidence to shatter all the lies that you have. You don't like that. You like to hide things. You want to do the things under the seat, under lies. So when you come and you tell us, oh, we have a constitution, it is not a constitution. If you are not honest enough to yourself to admit to yourself that it's a constitution, that it's actually a decree, then everything you're telling to me is a lie. You cannot go into your quiet room and look at the document that you're putting before us. That document is a decree. I am telling you this emphatically, and I want you all to have the confidence to take this message and share it among your friends and family. What these people are doing is a fraud. We are totally 1000% justified in going for Yoruba nation, going for Biafra nation, going for Middle Belt, and dismantling contraption Nigeria. Whether or not those who support that contraption because of the benefit that they're getting out of the oppression of the Southerners, whether they like it or not, we need to speak truth to power, and we must not move one iota from that point. I want you all to know, please, my Biafran brothers, do not bother listening to what that man said. I'm going to break it down in a video because this thing is stopped now. I will do a video and I will break down line for line what they are saying there, and I will stop it at particular points, and I will break down why you cannot trust what they're saying there. When you first hear it, you will think, oh, the Fulanis are ready for Biafrans to go. Nothing of the sort. It's all one words. The last thing, the last 10 seconds of the speech, when they asked him a question, is what you need to listen to. Once he starts talking about referendum, then you know that he said you have to go and argue for the case for referendum in the National Assembly. And the National Assembly is a fraud. How can you discuss anything in a fraud? A fraud will remain what? A fraud. It won't change its color. Whatever you do, a fraud remains a fraud. That constitution is a fraud. And we need to keep saying that daily, hourly, every minute, every second. Keep ramming home that point till more and more Southerners wake up. That is our message. It is simple. We don't have to lie about this. It is a fact. I can stand in front of anybody. I can stand in the UN. I can stand anywhere. Bring the platform, and I will stand and argue this case till my dying days. There is nobody that can tell me that there's a justification for the fraudulent constitution. It is a promulgation decree number 24 of 1999, and we will keep saying that. Keep ramming home that point. Because those of you who believe in one Nigeria, you haven't understood that central point. The central point we are making here is this. You cannot support a fraud because the fraud is there to oppress your people, and you need to wake up from that slumber. So please, those of you who are talking about one Nigeria, look in Ogun State, 4 areas, 5, Oha, Shoyode, Imeko, Shagamu, Yewa. 5 areas were attacked yesterday. The other day, Igogo was attacked. And all these people who are telling us about one Nigeria, where are they? All these people who are telling us to support one Nigeria, where are they? Why are they not speaking up about this? If you are telling me to support one Nigeria, fine. But when they kill me as a Southerner, kill my family, why are you silent? Can you see the hypocrisy? Can you guys see the hypocrisy? This is why every one of us, please, I want you to be able to start remembering those words. Promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. I want you to have it in your... I want you to start dreaming about it. So that you start telling everybody about this fraud. So that way, when somebody comes and says, oh, the Igbos we can allow the Igbos to go, and you will not believe it. You won't fall into the trap. Oh, you know what? They want us to go as well. Let us work with them. No. Because he was saying in the speech also that they want to work with others. And you see, what they will do is they will go and find a few people who they've paid to start saying, no. Let's work on one Nigeria. Let's work on one Nigeria. Let's work on one Nigeria. There's nothing else that needs to be done. Without a referendum, there is no valid... You can never make a valid nation. Without a referendum, backing that nation, being the bedrock of that nation, anything you make without a referendum is a fraud. I say it, and bring anybody to come and dispute it. Without a referendum, the people's referendum, where there's a free discussion, open discussion for and against it, when the people are given the chance to vote, without that, anything you put up is a fraud. That nation you call Nigeria is a fraud, and it remains a fraud. And we are entitled to go, and we will go whatever happens. Whatever happens. Good afternoon, Zainab, my sister. How are you doing? Whatever happens. So please, this is a very important message here. I'm asking you all, please donate to us on to the various accounts that I've given you there. Donate to us. Please support also the Iranlowo Foundation Oduduwa account. And we are also going to be asking you to do monthly donations as well in Oduduwa TV Radio to our account, because we need... Look, this is going to be a long and arduous war. I'm telling you now, this is going to be long and arduous. The people who are coming to attack us, they are not up to 15 million. but we are over 160 million plus combined. If we don't get something done, we'll be hearing news like this every day. It is time we start doing things to protect our people. And I've given you the UN chapter, UN charter. That's why I read it. The UN charter, we have the right to defend ourselves. That is in the UN charter. Forget the fraudulent Nigerian constitution. We cannot quote a constitution that is based on a fraud. And by the way, I reiterate and I restate it firmly. It is a military decree. It is a military decree. In every shape, for however way you want to lay it. And we should no longer be listening to those who have imposed an injustice on us and expect them to provide a solution that would favor us. We need to understand that. Talking to anybody in the north and then we're sitting down on a round table to discuss with people that imposed this fraudulent constitution that has been in existence for the last 22 years and expect anything meaningful to come up from it. It's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream. And we need to disabuse our minds once and for all, collectively, and understand that we must stand up and go for Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, Middle Belt nation. Now, I probably won't stay too long more, but this is really, really important. Every waking day, remind everybody, including yourself, that in that constitution, in that contraption, what you are being ruled by is a military decree, promulgation decree number 24 of 1999, dressed up as a constitution. That is what is happening. So please, until you get that, somebody trying to call. Okay, hello, I'm on a live broadcast, but I can take it if you want to. Hello, I'm on a live broadcast. Can you hear me? Oh, I don't know what's happening. He's not working. Hello, caller. I don't know why it's breaking. Okay, I can't take it on the other call at the minute. Okay, let me try this way. Hello, caller. You're on a live broadcast. Hello, caller. We're live right now. Hello. Good afternoon, my brother. You're live right now on Citizen AY.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know that you're on live broadcast. I just want to call your attention.
Yes, go ahead.
To a post on the Citizen AY.
Yes.
About the PayPal.
Yes, that's correct. That's mine. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, quickly just check the date because it says something about June 5 rally.
No. I'll change that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry. Yes, we change that change. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thanks. Bye. So I'll thank you. I'm so glad people watched that. Obviously, when I was trying to post a few things, sometimes you will make a mistake about the date. So it wasn't the rally that I was trying to post, and I must have forgotten to. But I'll change that straight away. But what I'm saying to you all, give me a minute, please, because I'm getting a bit hot. 1 second. Yeah, so anyway, I'll bring the other t-shirt later. But now, so let me just make the change right now as I said that, because I don't want to give the wrong impression there. And thank you for spotting that out, it's nice to know we have dedicated and committed citizens who see that they know that what we're trying to do here is speak truth to power. And in the middle of that, sometimes you will make a mistake about it. Let me just see. Okay, so I've got that right. Maybe the new one has got to change, but I'll go and look at it later on. But listen, don't fall for the lie. Do not fall. The essence of what I'm saying is don't fall for the lie. We must be insistent, and until we all understand that what we are being ruled by is a military decree, we will be making false arguments, not understanding the foundation upon which all of this has been built. It's all fraudulent. It's all fraudulent. So I urge you all, please, in closing, because I wasn't going to stay too long. I urge you all in closing to please make sure that you spread this message in the towns, in the villages, that there is no legitimacy in what they call constitution. It is actually a decree. There is no legitimacy. So when President Buhari or anybody says, oh, the constitution says, no, the constitution was written by the Fulani for the Fulani to oppress us in the south. Did you hear me? The constitution was written by the Fulanis for the Fulanis to oppress Southerners, period. And now they are expecting you to now to abide by that same constitution. It is a fraud, and we must reject it. And to reject it, it means we have to completely disassociate ourselves from continental Nigeria. We have the right through self-determination, and that is why in August the UN are going to come and do a referendum that we, the people, will vote on to decide what happens. But I want you all to know, we prepare the ground. The killings now is evidence of why we must separate. We must separate from the crooks in power. The Fulanis are killing us on a daily basis. Yesterday, Monday, it was Oyo State. Yesterday, Ogun State. What will happen today? What's already happening today in other state, we don't know. And of course, in the southeast, the killings are going on. So a government that fails to protect the people loses the patriotism of the people. A government that has failed to protect the people loses any patriotism that he may try to lay claim to from the people, because the people who are going to be patriotic will have to be alive first. If you kill them all, they can't be they're gone. And the plan is to take away our land from us as Southerners. So we must do everything we can to prevent that from happening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come back later on, and I've got some more videos I will show you. Because of the issues with my system just sort of suddenly going deaf, going quiet, I can't quite do that. But in the meantime, I'm going to stop here. I want to thank you all for joining me. Please donate what you can. Let me just see. Did I say yeah? Okay, that's what I did. So please, once again, we ask you, we need walkie-talkies. We need, if you have a used van that we can use to move our state leaders around, we very much appreciate that. We're also looking for funds for radio, to have a radio station, long and short wave radio in 3 states, and I will be talking about this on a regular basis, because right now the war going on, we need to take action. It's not a question about just standing there and watching. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. What I will do is oh sorry, I'm going to come back in there. I don't know what happened there. So I know what happened. It's taking a while, and sometimes it does that. So but don't worry. So what I will do, so before in closing, I thank you all for joining me. Please share this message. My Biafran brothers, IPOB, don't fall for the lie. Don't fall for the lie that they are letting you go. They're not. They are not. We must continue that process ourselves. Do not trust anything coming from the Fulanis, because all they're trying to do is to make sure that we don't live. And we must live to improve the lives of our fellow brothers and sisters in the south. Biafra must stand. I support Biafra. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. God bless Yoruba Nation. God bless Middle Belt. RIP One Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching me. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and goodbye. Beg your pardon? Some technical issues here, but I'm sure we'll overcome it somehow.